Hey, you! Yeah, you! Make sure to subscribe to watch all my newest videos and join the Clash Bro family. With that being said, if you need gems to build the best base in Clash of Clans, make sure to check out the description down below for cashforapps.com for your iOS or Android, and make sure to use the code ELG to get started with some free points. Enjoy the video. What's up, Clash Bros? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over something in Clash Royale, and that is trying to counter the OP card, the Prince, which I see complaints over everywhere about complaining how OP that this card is. So today we're going to be showing you guys how to counter that card using different cards in the game. The first card I'm going to show you guys to counter against the Prince is the Tombstone, the one where the skeletons slowly start spawning out of that tombstone. That is going to be the easiest and cheapest card to use against the Prince. Now we're going to show you guys in this first gameplay. As you can see that the barbarians are coming down, so I'm going to go ahead and throw down minions. I can attack the barbarians, but the barbarians can't attack the minions, and then he's going to drop his Prince over on the left hand side. Then as it gets a little bit closer, I'm going to drop down the Tombstone, and as you can see, he can only hit one skeleton at a time, as well as that tower can hit that Prince as well, and that is the perfect way to attack the Prince using the Tombstone. You want to wait till the Prince crosses over to your side to where your tower is going to hit the Prince as well. That will take down the Prince even faster, and you'll have a better chance of actually taking him out 100%. Now here's a second replay of using the Tombstone. As you can see, he's trying to attack me from both sides. I drop the Tombstone down again. He starts going after me, and that tower and the skeletons are able to take down the Prince. Now the Tombstone only cost 3 elixir, so it's really cheap to use the Tombstone. So if you don't have a lot of elixir built up, that is an easy and cheap way to counter the Prince. Now the second card I'm going to show you guys is actually the most expensive card to use against the Prince, and that is the Giant Skeleton. Now this card is expensive, so you kind of have to prepare for him to use that Prince against you. But it is a very good card to use against the Prince, because not only can it take the Prince out, but it can hopefully take out other cards around the Prince as well. In this replay, I actually dropped the Giant Skeleton to counter the Dragon, but as you can see, he dropped his Prince down as well. And as my Giant Skeleton is attacking the Prince, the Dragon goes down, and then the Prince is about to go down once that Giant Bomb takes him out. Now that is where the key part is about taking out the Prince, is the Giant Bomb that goes down after the Giant Skeleton is taken out. Not only can it take out the Prince, but hopefully it'll take out a few of the surrounding troops as well. So my idea with the Giant Skeleton is to wait once again for the Prince to cross your line and to drop the Giant Skeleton, so your tower can help take out the Prince and hopefully keep a little bit of your Giant Skeleton health alive to hopefully go over to the opponent's side of the base and maybe do a little bit more damage. Now the Giant Skeleton will work even though it's on the opponent's side. The only thing is you won't keep your Giant Skeleton alive much longer. Now I'm going to show that in an example right here in this next replay. The skeleton will actually be on the opponent's side, and it's not going to take out the Prince 100%, but it will take down a big portion of the health without even hitting the Prince even once, besides for the Giant Bomb. Now luckily I still have a minion alive, but as you can see, he was able to get to my tower, but he wasn't able to do too much damage to my tower, and he had 100% health before that Giant Bomb went off. So even though it didn't get any hits on the Prince, it still did a good job countering against him. Now here's a good example for you guys. I'm on the full attack right now, and he is trying to defend me. He does a great job defending me, and now I have to kind of slow down, see that Prince that he's about to have, and I'm going to drop down my Giant Skeleton as soon as all of his troops get over to my side, and now I have the attention from all of the troops, and I take all of them out. That is a great counter to use against the Prince. Now this last card I'm going to show you guys is probably the most popular way to counter the prince. I see a lot of high level players using it. So not only is this card good for countering the prince, but this card is just good to have in your deck as well. I see a lot of high players using it, and it's really good, and it's only costs 5 elixir, and that is the Barbarian Horde, where you drop down 4 barbarians in 1 drop. And now I'm going to show you guys the drop right here in this replay. As you can see, he's attacking both of my towers right here. He's going to drop down his Hog Rider. I drop down a Witch to counter that. Then he drops down his Prince. I'm going to drop down my Barbarians, and as you can see, the Barbarian's able to do a good job because that Prince is only able to do 1 shot at a time, and down goes that Prince. Really easy counter right there. Pretty much all these counters are good, but you got to prepare for the counter. I can't, emphasize that enough. You got to prepare for the counter. So you can't go ahead and just go full board and try to just all out attack him. You have to prepare for the counter back. Now I'm going to show you a couple of the high level gameplays from these other guys using the Barbarians to counter the Prince. You can see this guy goes ahead, and he doesn't even pull the Prince all the way over. He actually goes ahead and meets him right in the center, even more on his side of the opponent's side of the attack, but was still able to take down the Prince. Now here's another one. The Prince goes after the Goblin Hut. He drops down his Barbarians, and the Barbarians in the tower are able to take down that Prince with no trouble whatsoever. Great card to counter against. We're going to watch it one more time. As you can see, he drops down his Prince, drops down his Barbarians, and the Prince goes down without any issues. Now there's 2 other cards that you guys can use to help counter the Prince. I don't have those cards, so I can't show you guys replays or how to use them. But 2 of them are the Minion Horde, because the Prince cannot attack air troops. The Minion Horde is a great card to use against the Prince. There's enough of them there to where they can take the Prince out in a good amount of time. And the second card is the Skeleton Army. Now the Skeleton Army drops down like 20 skeletons at one time, and the Prince can only hit one of those skeletons at a time. So that is a great card as well to use. The only downside to these 2 cards is that 1 arrow shot from your opponent will wipe out those troops altogether, and you will basically be out of luck, and the Prince will be able to get a few more hits onto your towers. Those are the only 2 downsides to using those cards. So I definitely suggest the 3 main cards that I showed you guys. So hopefully this video helped you guys in preparing to battle against the Prince, and hopefully counter them and win some more of your games. I plan on making more of these counter videos in the future, so if you have difficulty countering any cards, let me know those cards in the comments and I'll do some videos on that. So hopefully this video helped you guys, and hopefully you enjoyed. And now it's time for everybody's favorite game, Stinky Pinky! It's time to play the game Stinky Pinky, a word game called Stinky Pinky. Everybody loves the game Stinky Pinky. It's time to play the game Stinky Pinky, a word game called Stinky Pinky. I'm the best at Stinky Pinky. Everybody loves the game Stinky Pinky. Stinky Pinky is a wordplay game where you describe 2 words that rhyme, but you can't use those words in the description. If I was to give you Smelly Finger, you would give me Stinky Pinky. Last video Stinky Pinky was maneuver translucent, and the answer was steer clear. The Clash Bro got the answer correct first was Reed Jake. Great job. You deserve a fish sandwich.
Too early to get a fish sandwich?
Hold your Stinky Pinky high up in the air. You are today's winner. If you would like to be featured in my next video, all you have to do is be the first person to answer the correct Stinky Pinky in the comments. This video Stinky Pinky will be colorful footwear. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to show all your love by smashing the like button. Want to join the Clash Bro family? All you have to do is subscribe. Make sure to tell your friends and clanmates about this channel. Maybe share this on Twitter or Facebook and have them join the Clash Bro family. Hope you guys have a great day, and don't forget, my Clash Bros, to stay beautiful.
Make it drop, honey.